Well, it's Friday.
Finally Friday.
Friday.
As the kids in kindergarten say, Friday.
Yeah, Friday. That's the way I feel. I feel like a little kid in kindergarten.
Oh yeah.
Been one of them weeks.
Yeah, our kindergartner, their teacher gave them their homework folder and they said they could keep it at home. They no longer need it.
Wow.
So he is tickled to death.
Homework free.
Homework free. All he has to do is read his book in the evening. So.
Shoot, yeah. I bet he likes that plenty of outside time now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he likes their own homework.
I know, right? It's crazy how much homework they'll actually send home.
Yeah. It's really bad. Like, if he can't teach them kids in 8 hours at school, we need to rethink the school system, because I didn't sign up to be no freaking teacher.
Well, that, and they get a pack of homework that they have to have done by Friday. And it's kind of hard to, like, I have one that wants to do all hers Monday and done.
Yeah.
And then I have one that's like, I want to do one
Thursday
little
night.
Yeah, let's do it all Thursday. Then we got ball games, so that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, what we got cool and new today? We gotta have something new, because
we have a little bit.
Y'all have been
I don't want that
killing
to fall
it.
off.
Y'all killed it last week with all the
And when that was Michael. That was Michael all day. He kind of left me some stuff here and there. We did get some stuff in, but it kind of sold. So I'm gonna kind of wing it at this moment.
Man, yeah, that's what we like. We like to wing it.
All right. So first one, and I'm gonna. Well, no, I'm not butchering this name. This one's Mega Stream.
Oh yeah.
So new Streamlight.
We like a new Streamlight.
Oh yeah, and if you're a Matco distributor or you have one, that would be your part number.
There you go. All right.
Because
so it's 1,000 lumens.
Yes, 1,800 lumens.
Oh, 1,800. Wow.
So
that tells you how bad my eyes are.
Well, they have one. It's called. Now this is the name on butcher. Macron. How you say that? It's like this one, but it's shorter and not as many lumens. It's like so. Not big at all.
Yep.
My hands are a little bit smaller than Michael's hands. So, and what's awesome about this one is it has like, it's a double click. So you have the high beam and then double click to the low. And I'm not a double clicker. So I don't know 100%.
That's a nice light.
It is.
What's the run time? It's got a big old fat battery in it, so it should last pretty good.
Well, on high, so if you run it on 1,800 lumens all time, it says 2 hours. And then 500 is the medium, and it's about 330. And then if you run it on low, which is like most people are going to do, because unless you're just outside hunting something down, it's 13 hours.
Wow.
So
that's really good.
Yeah, a lot of
What's
people.
the low lumens?
It looks like around 150-ish.
Oh, that's good.
But I mean, looks like it can go a meter deep too.
That's a pretty cool.
I'm not 100% what a meter is in feet.
About 3 foot.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. I call that a yard.
Yeah.
But we've actually had a lot of interest in this one. I kind of left it poking back, that way we'd actually have something new.
Cool.
But we've sold the other one like this. I'm gonna try to find that name, because now it's gonna get on my nerves because I ain't got it. But we've sold a bunch of them. Like, if you have Streamlight and you know Streamlight, you have the micro stream that's right there beside you. So comparison wise, so scrawny, fat. So but the other one is like in between. It's smaller than this one but bigger than that one, and about the same length.
I think
as
that's the size, the one that I have that's in between them.
Yeah, it's a little bit fatter than that one.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Macron, but I'm not. But I'm not a good pronouncer. I'm not good at pronunciation.
Y'all have got plenty of Milwaukee tools. Speaking of, so let me tell you how this worked out, right? So I've got one of the old Milwaukee blowers, and mine is the pre-fuel version, I guess. So it's brushed version, right? So I've had it forever. It's been a great blower, and after it gets hot, it don't want to spin back up like it needs to. So you got to do whatever you're gonna do with it while it's running.
Yep.
So anyway, I asked Leslie to find me a new one because it's kind of aggravating.
It is.
So I told her, I said, if you find me a deal, I would like to have a chainsaw, because I got somebody I want to get a chainsaw for Christmas. So she texted me, day before yesterday, wasn't it?
Yep.
and they had a deal with a blower and a chainsaw. So
Yep.
no matter what you want, if you're interested in something, just tell your dealer, because they'll stumble across some deals somewhere that'll fit what you need for what you're looking for.
Well, that's one thing. I think you and Michael have touched on it a whole bunch. You buy the customer service.
Yep.
I mean, that's all you have to do is ask. You can't say, well, my Matco distributor did this, but you didn't come up there and ask us, you know.
Exactly.
So we try to work with you best way possible. Like, we have a guy, he was all purple, now he's going green.
Okay. So he switched colors.
He's switching, which is fine. I mean, people do that. Well, his purple handle is broke. Like he broke the whole ear off of it. So he was wondering, could he go back with a green ratchet instead of a purple ratchet, right? I'm gonna have to replace the whole thing anyway. So we went ahead and we swapped him out with green. So I mean, it's just that simple, like, just ask them.
Yep.
Because I mean,
that's it.
You know what? 9 times out of 10 we'll do it.
Well, that's like last week. I was looking to add another top off because I've got some projects I'm working on where I kind of need cordless power in a spot that I'm doing a little something in, and so I just asked Leslie last week. I was like, "Hey, order me another one of them top offs," you know. So yes, I could have drove to Tupelo and went to Home Depot, which for us, if you guys are not familiar with the area, it's probably what, 30-minute drive to Tupelo.
Yeah, give or take.
And then
depending on how fast you drive.
I didn't. Instead of doing that, I'd just rather them get it. Everybody's happy that way.
Well, and a lot of people don't realize either, like, you get it through us, we handle all your warranty. So, I mean, it kind of works out. That's what this fun stuff of warranty right here is. So
most of that pile's Milwaukee too. What's up with that?
So you have an older ratchet there. You have 2 of the high-speed ratchets, and then this guy with a battery, I'm going to try my best to get it warranted. He dropped it, and it kind of cocked it sideways.
Oh.
And then the other guy with that 1/2-inch impact, he's not had this impact, but like a little over 2 or 3 months. And I have never seen an anvil do that.
Holy cow.
Yep.
What was he using, chrome sockets on it or something?
I don't have a clue. He brought it up here and he said, hey, you think you can get this anvil replaced? And I was like, sure. So we're going to get him replaced.
He had to be using chrome sockets or some really, really hard impact sockets for that to happen.
I'm not 100%. I know he works in like big equipment. And when I say big equipment, I mean like the big old tree cutters and stuff
he's probably
like that.
having a hammer on stuff a long time. Yeah.
I know he uses a 3/4 inch impact.
Yeah.
He uses a 1/2 and a 3/4. So I mean, I guess that tells you how tight stuff is.
Yeah.
I don't know, but same guy that's there. Speaking of breaking stuff, broke that.
Holy smokes! Yeah, he's putting a little torque on some stuff.
Yeah, he sheared that thing, and I was proud of him. So I'm like, did you put a bar on it? Like, what did you do? He said no. He said, and then everybody in the shop, they said, I swear, he did not put a bar on it. I was like, yeah, all right. So I was like, I'm gonna look at the handle because a telltale sign.
Oh yeah, it'll have that line on it.
This is gonna have a line or something, or it's gonna be
spot.
It's gonna be bent, or the pole's gonna be bent. The bar, it's not straight as a board. And I was like, well, all right then, that works. Right. So he got a whole new ratchet too. So.
How about that?
But let me see if I can find something else new. We have it all laid around here somewhere. So I told on myself yesterday. So I had a guy, I grabbed it like this right here. And if you've ever got on a Matco truck, you knew that, or you know that you use a screwdriver as a pry bar.
Sure.
Well, Matco come out with
pry driver.
Yes. So it's like mini pry bars, right? But they look like screwdrivers. Well, the guy, he was like, oh, well, what are these? I was like, well, pull them off the shelf. I said, these are our pry bars, you know? Well, Michael, we were walking around this morning, and he was like, well, do you want to show these? He said, they're new. I said, no, they're not. I said, we've had these forever. He was like, no, these are the new punch and chisel. So I was like, no. I said, these are the pry bars. He said, that says punch. And I looked, and I was like, oh, my God. So I have to go back and tell that guy. That's the reason he was looking at me like I was crazy.
Yeah.
But they have the same handle.
They do. So that's pretty cool. So it comes with it looks like a number 3 Phillips, maybe?
No, I think it's number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah, number 2 Phillips, a pry chisel, a punch center, a center punch was, I don't know why they said punch center, but anyways, and then a pin punch. So if I can get this open without,
well, that's pretty cool,
ripping this box on Chris, which I probably will, and I'll probably dump them out. But yeah, Michael had a good old laugh about that one.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I bought that chisel set from you guys. That's in like the black bag with the Velcro closure, you know.
yep.
And then Michael ordered me that chisel handle holder.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. So whenever he told me that, I was like, well, what am I going to say about it? You know, because he does the tools.
Sure.
I let him, like I said, I wing it. Michael knows all this stuff. I'm just here.
He's the technical salesman, and you're the charismatic personality of the truck. So
that works. But so, like you said, he got you the handle. So now this one actually has the striker in. So instead of holding the handle like this, and you're trying to, where's Mint Punch? Okay, right here. So instead of having to hold this, you have a handle. And instead of hitting this little end, you got this big old end. So.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That little handle that Michael ordered me, that thing has come in. Like, sometimes I get in a hurry and I wouldn't use it, right?
Yeah.
But like if I had time and I knew it was going to be something where I really needed to use it, I'd put it on.
That, or
but if you guys don't have one of those handle, I don't know what you call it. It's just a handle that screws on to the side of your chisel. It kind of pinches it with threads.
Yep.
They are well worth the money if you guys
I don't think I have them. We normally have ours sitting up here. Well, so on that one, talking about the chisel holder, like first Tuesday without Michael on here, I run it by myself. I think that was years ago. But guy asked me for a chisel holder. I thought he meant that big old box of chisels up there. Yeah. Like he wanted the box.
Display.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was not what he meant. He meant like Michael got you an actual holder. So, you live and you learn,
it's
right?
It's all good. That's how you learn stuff. That's fine.
Yeah, they got a good old laugh out of that one too. I still hadn't lived that one down. But that chisel holder does work. I mean,
it does.
Like you said, if you're not in a hurry or nothing like that. The good thing about this one would be though, you know, you don't have to.
Sure.
You have the bigger striker in. I mean, and they got this heavy duty Phillips. I mean, that one's actually made to be a pry bar. Well, not a pry bar, but you get what I'm saying.
I don't really understand that in that set. Maybe somebody at Matco's smarter than me, but like if you're going to bang on it and it don't turn, I don't see the advantage of using a Phillips to do that. But,
yeah, I mean, because if you think about it, if it's done to that point that you've got to hammer this in,
you done screwed that shit up anyway. So
that's fixing to be stripped out.
Yeah.
And I don't even work on stuff, and I know that. So.
I don't understand the Phillips in that set. If you guys could see the advantage of having a striking cap, solid shank, non-turning
Phillips number 2.
Phillips number 2. Tell me the advantage of that. Because, like, you know, they have the, I know Vessel's got the impactor screwdrivers that kind of turn, and then everybody's got a manual impact driver that you hit with a handle. Yep. You know, hit the handle and it kind of turns. Those work. Like, they definitely work. You know, other than the shock factor of if you got a brake rotor and the screw stuck and you stick that in there and you whack the crap out of it and it happens to free it, maybe, but
I mean,
I don't know. You guys can tell us in the comments, why would you need a number 2 in a punch and chisel set?
Yeah.
We'll all learn something together today, because I don't think it's worth the crap.
I'll actually read the comments to see if anybody has one.
I don't think it'll work very well, but
I don't
anyway.
know. If we figure something out, we might.
I could see the other 3 being absolutely awesome.
Especially this little guy. That little scraper guy.
You guys have the, you know, this punch set that's in the handles, you know, it's like a 4-piece set, and those work really good. Like, I like those a lot. But all right, so there we go.
That works.
You guys let us know in the comments if you think that would be worth buying, or did they just need to fill the 4th void with something, and a number 2 Phillips was the one that got selected.
Either that, or you don't even have to use that striker. You could just use it as a very impact screwdriver.
Heavy duty screwdriver.
There you go, a heavy duty screwdriver. There we go. It's just added extra. Get these, get that one free.
Because like I'm just gonna go on a limb and tell you those are pry bar handles, right?
Oh yeah.
So they're not as comfortable as the screwdriver handles, because the Matco screwdriver handles are very, very, very nice.
They are.
You know?
I mean, and everybody seems to like. I haven't had nobody complain about them.
Yeah,
so,
I like them.
Well, we have some of the other people that like they did the throwback screwdriver handles, which they're different than this one. But we actually have, they recommend those. So, yes, everybody's different. So.
Yep. That's true. That's why they make all kind of different kinds, you know. Like my grandfather, his favorite set of screwdrivers were the old Stanley. And I know there's somebody old enough in the comments to remember this. I've still got those screwdrivers. They're kind of a clear plastic, and they have like a yellow plastic
end
on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was his favorite. He thought those were the best screwdrivers in the whole entire world. And my dad didn't like them. He liked those Craftsman ones, the clear with the blue and the red plastic that had the weird shaped handle that you could put a wrench over the end of.
Yeah.
Which I thought those sucked really bad too. So like when I bought a set of Matco screwdrivers and a set of snap-on screwdrivers, like I thought, like, man, this is handle technology right here. Like it's actually kind of looks like your hand on the inside.
Not just a hard piece of rectangular plastic.
That's it.
I don't know what was the brand that did it green. It was like a clear green.
SK had some green ones.
My grandmother, she had one of the yellow ones, a green one, and a pair of red pliers. Like they were chrome on the end and red handles.
Grandmother in the South had the same pair of red adjustable jaw pliers in their kitchen drawer.
Yep, that's where hers was at, in the middle drawer, and we knew exactly where to go if we needed them. And
like my grandmother was a wizard at improving some tools, buddy. A butter knife was a flathead screwdriver, and it worked. Like they had paneling in their house, and I remember she would take a butter knife and she would, like, if she needed to hang a calendar or whatever, she would take a butter knife and whack a paneling nail in the wall with that butter knife, and then like it was a pry tool, it was a screwdriver, like that butter knife done all kind of stuff.
Exactly. That's back when they made them like heavy duty, and you didn't want to be popped in the head with one.
Yeah. And you could tell, like my grandfather, he didn't care as long as he didn't have to get up to his chair to go out to the shed to get a tool for her. He didn't care. It was all great. Like that butter knife's a hell of a screwdriver.
It can be. I mean, that's back when you could actually use them. Yeah. Nowadays, it's
in the South, every grandmother had one of those in their drawer. And then, did your grandmother have one of those little jar openers that kind of squeezed across the top
like
of the jar?
And it had a handle on it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think every grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the pickle jar opener there.
I mean, you had to. I mean, they couldn't just run down the road and get somebody. I mean.
That's true.
So.
All right, guys, so let us know what you think about the number 2 Phillips and the striking cap pry bar demolition screwdriver cotter pin remover chisel punch set.
Oh yeah.
And there we go. Let us know if your grandmother had those red handle pliers in the drawer, because I bet she did.
And some brand of screwdriver.
That was like the grandmother starter pack. I think when your daughter got pregnant with a child, you automatically get this starter pack sent to you. Those pliers.
You have to.
All right, guys, it's Friday. Hopefully y'all have a great weekend. Like always, thanks for hanging out with us today. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Check over here for merchandise, cool tools, and discount codes down here in the description. If you're not subscribed, take your finger and click that button. You guys have a great week. We'll see ya.